Prior to launching this coaster channel, I owned and operated my own beer events company. With it, I throw carefully curated beer festivals for the Albany Capital Region, featuring some of the top breweries in the area, all represented by their brewers, owners, or top staff. I had been the marketing and taproom manager for Schmaltz Brewing Company, and later the merchandise manager for Single Cup Beersmiths. So if there's one thing I know well, it's craft beer. Add that to my love of roller coasters, and you get this countdown. Coaster creds closest to Untappd's top 2021 breweries. So let's count down where to pad that credit count as you visit the most checked-in breweries. They're broken down for us by the popular beer app Untappd, based on the total number of check-ins globally in 2021. Why bother paying huge prices at the park bar when you can go direct to the source and enjoy beer steps away from where it was brewed? A couple pairings on this list aren't exactly easy to trek to, but nonetheless, great beer and great coasters do exist nearby each other. It just depends which is more of your focus. But if you're 21 and over, with expendable income, hit them all. So get ready to hydrate along with me as I triple check my bank account, prepare my plan to visit 2021's top breweries, and notch some coaster creds along the way. I happily hosted the first brewery on this list at the last event I hosted weeks before the whole world shut down. Equilibrium Brewery out of Middletown, New York produces beers with a science-forward mindset. An experimental brewery by concept, they brew their beer with a focus on research and exploration. Just 10 miles away is another place based on exploration, the brand new LEGOLAND, New York in nearby Goshen. While not an enthusiast destination, parents whose arms are twisted to go spend the day at LEGOLAND will take some solace at world-class beers just 15 minutes away. Pair Dragon with Osa Pale Ale, or Dragon's Apprentice with their delicious MC Squared Double IPA. One of the two big beer or macro beer breweries on this list, Anheuser-Busch does have decent coasters within reach of its massive St. Louis brewery complex. While in the beer industry we don't applaud the Busch family for their conglomerate-type growth, we in the coaster community do for their efforts to build and maintain amusement parks. The oddly never built an amusement park near St. Louis, but the Busch Entertainment Corporation would build parks in Tampa, Florida, Houston, Texas, Williamsburg, Virginia. In addition, they partnered with Sesame Place outside of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and took a small stake in a park in Barcelona, Spain, which eventually would become Port Aventura. They purchased the SeaWorld chain and grew yet again before the Blackstone Group purchased Busch Entertainment for $2.7 billion in 2009 and renamed it SeaWorld Parks and Entertainment. But we're not here to talk about SeaWorld. We're here for Six Flags St. Louis, which opens its doors in 1971 as Six Flags Over Mid-America. It was the last of the three true Six Flags parks developed by company founder Angus Wynn. It was renamed Six Flags St. Louis in 1997. While in St. Louis, you can pair beer clones like Bud Light Lime, Bud Light Seltzer, and Bud Light Platinum with coaster clones like a Vekoma Boomerang, a Pandemonium, and everyone's favorite coaster clone, Batman the Ride. The other big beer brewery on our list is also owned by AB InBev and also has a Six Flags nearby. Started in 1988, Goose Island Brewing Company wasn't always big beer. They started off small at the original Clybourne Avenue brewhouse, then expanded to their full-size production brewery located at Fulton Street in 1997, before being purchased by Anheuser-Busch InBev for the then unheard of $38 million in 2011. The park closest to Goose Island is Six Flags Great America, one of the jewels in Six Flags' crown. Stock full of coasters and not a gap in their lineup to get your kid or yourself from novice to expert, you can't go wrong with a visit here. You'll have two options once you travel the roughly 45 minutes to get from roller coasters to beer coasters at either Goose Island's brewery or taproom on Fulton Street or the brew house in Clybourne. There you can pair Goose IPA with Max Force, the 312 Urban Wheat Ale with X-Flight, or Sophie their Farmhouse Saison with Goliath. Located just north of sunny San Diego and nearby the San Diego Zoo Safari Park in Escondido, California, is Stone Brewing Company and the original Stone World Bistro and Gardens. Stone Brewing Company was founded in 1996 in nearby San Marcos, and having grown out of that space quickly, they opened their doors at this facility in 2005. A lush indoor-outdoor restaurant space with ornate rockwork, waterfalls, and beautiful landscaping accompanies a world-class brewery, packaging hall, and barrel room. Located just 15 miles away in Carlsbad is LEGOLAND, California, another family-focused LEGO-themed park with little to offer to the average enthusiast. However, if you find yourself there, it is home to 3 coasters that you can notch to your belt. Here you can pair Coastersaurus with Arrogant Bastard Ale, Dragon with one of my personal favorite beers, Sublimely Self-Righteous Black IPA, or pair Technicoaster with one of the experimental beers only available at the taproom in Escondido. Born out of a couple's 1988 bike trip through Belgium, they returned home to Fort Collins, Colorado, inspired by the beers they enjoyed throughout the Belgian countryside, and started New Belgium Brewing Company. While the main brewery is 63 miles and over an hour away, rest easy knowing that there is a taproom of sorts at the Source Hotel just 3 miles away at Elitch Gardens, which itself is located right in the heart of downtown Denver. Elitch Gardens, which first opens its doors in 1995, may not be the greatest source of coaster rides, but there are 5 full-size coasters nearby this great brewery. Hang in downtown Denver as you pair Half Pipe with Fat Tire Amber, Sidewinder with Voodoo Ranger Golden IPA, or the only Hensel Phelps coaster, the Wooden Twister 2, with another one-off specialty, brewed by New Belgium downstairs, right there at the Source Hotel, 200 vertical feet below your seat. Once you go north of Sacramento, there aren't many towns or cities to speak of. One of those few cities is Chico, California, home to one of America's first true craft breweries, Sierra Nevada Brewing Company. Still going strong, this OG craft brewery began brewing beer in 1980, just 2 years after home brewing was legalized by President Jimmy Carter in 1978. Thankfully, like New Belgium, you won't need to make the over 2-hour trek north from roller coasters at Six Flags Discovery Kingdom to get great beer. Home to 9 roller coasters, Discovery Kingdom is getting their 10th in 2022, and they're located just 22 miles south of the park at Torpedo Taproom in Berkeley, California. Here you can pair the namesake Torpedo Extra IPA with the RMC Joker, Big Little Thing Double IPA with the B&M Floorless Medusa, or sip on a Bigfoot barley wine while pairing it with Intamin's Flash Vertical Velocity. Sadly for this next brewery, we don't have a closer satellite taproom option to save on time and gas money. Started in 1997, Founders Brewing Company in Grand Rapids, Michigan popped onto my radar around 2009 with their Breakfast Stout series. Featuring robust coffee and chocolate notes, these beers are as billed, breakfast stouts. Delicious. At their taproom in Grand Rapids, they'll break down their beer menu into Class 1, Class 2, or Class 3 rapids depending on the overall flavor intensity and ABV. For coasters, travel about an hour northwest from Founders to Michigan's Adventure in Muskegon. There you'll find one of the best airtime machines ever made and one not often talked about. And if you head up the Michigan Mitten, you can pair the Family Woody Zach Zoomer with Class 1 All Day IPA, the Vacoma SLC Thunderhawk with Class 2 Founders Breakfast Stout, and the previously mentioned CCI airtime machine with Class 3 KBS or Kentucky Breakfast Stout. Their breakfast stout cave-aged in oak bourbon barrels. Yummy! For our next brewery in Coaster Tandem, you'll need to either prepare to break your bank account and ride kitty credits in the north of Scotland, or you can potentially have a beer experience like no other here stateside. While based in Eland, Scotland, crowdfunded brewery BrewDog also owns and operates a brewery and brewery hotel in Columbus, Ohio. Yes, I said brewery hotel. At Doghouse Columbus, you can literally stay overnight inside hotel rooms, featuring a beer within arm's reach at all times, even some overlook the barrel aging room. Beer on tap in the room? Check. Shower beer fridge? Check. Brewery tours to get a better look at the place? Check. But if staying overnight in the brewery at the Doghouse and traveling some 45 minutes for coasters is just too far for you, you can also stay above a BrewDog bar, BrewDog Short North, right in the heart of Columbus, just under 30 minutes from coasters. If a beer-centric hotel wasn't odd enough for a number 3 spot, you also get coasters at a zoo. That's right, a beer hotel and coasters at a zoo. Columbus Zoo and Aquarium is also home to rides at Adventure Cove, where you can board a John C. Allen Woody alongside a new for 2021 Zamperla Spinning Mouse. Choose to pair BrewDog's Elvis Juice with Allen's Sea Dragon or Zamperla's Tidal Twist with Punk IPA. You'll pair hazy IPAs with historic wooden coasters for the second most checked-in brewery for 2021. If you've ever heard rumors or stories of people waiting hours upon hours to get a few cans of beer, this is that brewery. Other Half Brewing Company based in Brooklyn, New York is home to hazy IPAs and beer lines that would make the opening day at Hagrid seem like a breeze. Be prepared to camp overnight for the most sought-after releases from other half and get your lawn chair ready to mark your place in line. Some have been known to pay other people good money to stand in lines for them to get their maximum allotments. It's crazy how popular and sought after this brewery's beer can be. The lines are such a regular occurrence that once, a less than friendly person staying at a nearby Airbnb, annoyed that the crowd would be there all night, pulled a gun on those waiting in line at other half. That only happened once. Thankfully, after waiting half the day for your case allotments, you can head just about 8 miles away, but a roughly half-hour drive, to Luna Park. There you can pair double dry-hopped all-Citra everything with Thunderbolt, Hop Showers IPA with Tickler, or Green IPA with the world-famous Cyclone, all right there on the Coney Island Boardwalk. For those less keen on lines and more keen on drinking their beer right there at the brewery, you'll be happy to know that just south of Rochester is Other Half Finger Lakes. This production brewery is just over 28 miles away from the origin of the upstop wheel, Seabreeze Amusement Park, on the shores of Lake Ontario. Here you can pair Strawberry Cannibal Smoothie Sour with Whirlwind, Canal Street Imperial IPA with the Bobsleds, or pair double dry hopped Green City Hazy IPA with the historic Jackrabbit. If the bold expansion plans of our next brewery play out accordingly, then you shouldn't have to break out lawn chairs like the last place just to snag a 4-pack or two. Treehouse Brewing Company first opened their Brimfield barn doors in 2011 in the backyard of their founder. Starting on just a 5-gallon Coleman cooler brewery, Treehouse Brewing Company is the model of rapid growth no matter the industry. After barely over 10 years of business, Treehouse currently maintains 5 facilities. They're closed to the public brewery in Monson, which opened in 2013. They're currently closed due to COVID cider-only Treehouse Orchard and Farm Fermentory in Woodstock, Connecticut. Their new for 2021 Sandwich, Massachusetts location near Cape Cod, a brand new for 2022 facility in Deerfield, Massachusetts, where they're calling Treehouse Western Mass, and their immaculate campus in Charleston, Massachusetts. When Treehouse opened up their Charleston facility in 2017, they finally began serving draft beer at their brewery. Take in the sights of their immaculate campus while sipping on fresh suds directly from the source. Funny enough, 3 of those locations are located roughly an hour or so outside of Six Flags New England. Six Flags New England originally opened as a picnic grove in 1870, it grew to a small amusement park, Riverside Amusement Park, by 1911, and after a brief closure, new ownership purchased the cars and PTC plans for the 1939 New York World's Fair roller coaster, then known as the Cyclone. Rebuilt and opened in 1941 as Thunderbolt, it remains to be the oldest continually operating roller coaster at the same location in the Six Flags chain. Six Flags New England is now home to 11 coasters. Take your pick between 3 locations: the main Treehouse Brewery in Charlton, Massachusetts, the cider-only Farm Fermentory in Woodstock, Connecticut, when it reopens to the public again, or the brand new Treehouse Western Mass location in Deerfield, Massachusetts, on your way to or from Six Flags New England. Pair the most popular Julius Hazy IPA with the RMC Wicked Cyclone, Eureka Blonde Ale with the B&M Floorless Batman the Dark Knight, or the Brownie Double Stout with the Intamin Mega Superman the Ride. That's it for our countdown. Which spot did you guys want to visit? Are you a fan of any of the breweries mentioned? Which beer sounded good to you? Let me know in the comments, and if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe to our channel for more unique content like this. And as always, thanks for watching. Until next time, let's ride.